say.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Huh.
I'm not going to be too drunk this time.
No, oh, I might be. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It with me, Steph will change.
And with me, Jorim Soeters.
Tonight we are reviewing Season 1, Episode 1 of Drag Race Holland.
Holland!
First thoughts off the bat, what did you think of this week's episode?
Well, you know, I think it's such an honor that this show has finally come to Holland, because it's such an iconic show with such an iconic fan base and so many different people that now finally getting the chance to use a platform that they didn't have for so long time. And me as a Dutch gay guy, I am very honored that we finally give the underdog the platform they deserve. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, it was a good episode.
I had a great time. I think even though I was watching with subtitles, I followed most of the jokes. Loved meeting all the queens, and I'm really excited for the season. So, should we start with the entrance look?
Wait. But what else I figured out before the queens even walk in, there is the banner of the RuPaul's Drag Race, and there's Fred in it.
Yeah, what did you think of the workroom as well? I
really liked it with the windmills and everything. I get like the Dutch vibes, the same as the way they did at Canada's Drag Race.
Yeah, it was a little tacky, but I think it looks cool.
It's for no budget, it's fine. At least At least we didn't get that one season filter.
Exactly, although I might need that filter today.
I use that filter in my whole life.
So the first queen to walk into the workroom is Abby OMG. She has this gorgeous gold chainmail bikini and a kiss green wig. What did you think?
Well, I loved the wig. I hated the outfit.
Really?
Yes, and I guess you did exactly the different opposite way.
Definitely. So I think you found where this outfit's from, didn't you? Do you want to expose Abby?
No. Okay, well, you know how Mayhem Miller got her entrance in All Stars 5 look from Amazon? Abby did as well, and it was way cheaper.
I mean, I have to confess, I also have the entrance look that Mayhem wore for All Stars 5. I also have that bodysuit. I love it. I think it's great.
To defend Abby, she looks amazing. If I could wear a bikini and a small thing like that, I would go to the grocery store every day.
Agreed. I think she looked gorgeous. The next queen to walk in was Chelsea Boy in her Motor Chick outfit. It was outstanding. What do you think?
Loved it. This is what I came here for. The girls are coming in, and it's...
And obviously in the promo, she was painted blue, so it was hard to see. But her face is so gorgeous, and I was not expecting it at all. And she just was another one. These girls know what they're doing. Now,
yes, the third one is...
who we massively underestimated last week. The next queen is Janie Jacquet. Turns out we were wrong. Big style.
True, but the outfit is not for me. I love the hair and makeup.
Yeah.
And I love her accent. Her personality is on top for me, but fashion-wise, it looks off the rack.
It did, but I think she wore it really well, and judging by the mini challenge later on, I think maybe they were told to wear something that they didn't mind getting ruined or messed up. The one thing I cannot forgive for Janie, she said the OG fish multiple times. The level of disrespect for Jade Sotomayor, far too much.
Maybe the production told the girls you should wear something that's ruined, based off other girls' outfits. But not based on Megan's outfit, the next queen that walks in.
Yes, she was the slutty nun.
The Christian badass queen.
Yeah, don't get why. Is there something that I'm missing with that reference?
No, I think that she just did it because of her entrance line. She said
Yeah.
like, get on your knees and confess something to me.
Okay, so it was just kind of, here's a joke.
She knows how television works.
She does, and she reminded me a little bit of Bag of Chips if you watched the season 1 of Drag Race UK.
I did.
Just a little bit. I don't know if it's maybe they have the same angel, touched by an angel situation.
I love the reveal.
Yeah, I love the reveal. It was just a bit of fun, and that's what we come to Drag Race for. We want to have fun, and she brought that for us, and I think after 3 fashion girls, it was a nice change.
Next one is Madame Madness, the first bearded queen.
I loved the makeup on this one. What did you think?
Marvelous. I also love the fact that she was wearing a suit, so she's playing with both spectrums.
Yeah, I think it's very clear that she is pushing that drag isn't just about looking female or feminine, which is something that I really enjoy from her drag.
Yeah, I think that it's finally came to a point in the Drag Race history that a queen like this deserves a spot.
Madame Madness was the 5th queen into the workroom, so this was when we started to get some of the comments between the girls started to come, and the first comment was, in Janie's confessional, she called Madame Madness lazy. Would you agree with that?
No.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, no, because it looks like she had more paint on than those 4 girls all bind together.
Exactly, and I think as well, like, it is episode 1. Like, be shady, have fun, but girl, straight in with that.
But to defend Janie, we were also a little bit shady against her, and
But I also don't really remember it.
no,
I don't think we were negative.
no, we were not.
Like the outfit.
We were just honest, but show us see.
Next queen in the workroom was Room Service, and she took her name very literally, girl.
Well, she is definitely a prop queen.
Yeah, it was cute, I remember it.
Well, I think it was like, she is a prop queen, we can all see that, but the outfit, it feels like she was rushing and she still needed 2 more days to execute it more.
I could see the fit was off, but then I think as well she has such a small frame, and because she doesn't pad or things like that, her small frame means that maybe items that she just buys off the rack aren't going to fit her perfectly. So I think just a little bit of editing there would have really benefited her. And then of course they had the social media queen conversation almost straight away.
It's not fair to us viewers, because we could never look that good, because we cannot afford those filters.
That's true. And I think as well, what I would say about that whole conversation that they had, you can have different styles of drag, and yes, Room works online and creates digital media. They're all in the same room, so to go straight in with, oh, you don't perform, I thought that was a little bit rude from some of the girls.
If you only have photos in your studio and not while you're performing, then I get why you underrate other people.
But at the end of the day, they're all in the same workroom, and you don't know what someone's going to deliver until you get to that first challenge. Next, we had my favourite queen this episode, and that was the lovely Seda Jin.
Where Abby wears the least, he wears the most.
She wore everything, and I loved it.
And she wrapped up all her suitcases in that same fabric. I guess the fabric was on sale or something, but
Hey, at least she did it.
she did it. It gave me a little bit of Shea Coulee vibes when she walked into the workroom with the hat thing, all in the same fabric.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I think it was a different
No,
take.
I'm not comparing Seda Jin to...
It was a different take. It was so campy, but at the same time, she looked awesome. She was giving me a little bit of Paul O'Grady. So Paul O'Grady is kind of like Fred in the UK. So he performed as Lily Savage through the 90s.
Oh yeah, I've heard of her.
You know Lily Savage, so it's a similar kind of drag. And as I mentioned last week, I think Sedajin is going to be one for me where she's representing something that I'm also familiar with myself. I think she had a great start this week.
She looks like a well-rounded queen already, and I cannot wait to see what she's gonna bring to the stage, because she had me laugh at the first thing that she was saying.
The next queen to walk into the workroom was Mama Queen. And I have to say, after the promo last week, the glow up, she looked stunning to me.
Yeah, well, this is the second queen to ever walk into the workroom pregnant first.
Who was the first?
Tempest is yours.
When Tempest did the pregnant gag, it was pregnant old lady. Mama Queen still looked so young, despite having the huge comedy prop almost at the belly. She made it fashionable in a way which I was really in love with. I thought the colour scheme was fantastic. I noticed it had all of the colours of the pride flag and the trans pride flag as well.
I love the storyline and the message that she had and she brought with it.
First episode, we know exactly who she is from as soon as she walked into the workroom. So I've got to give her praise for that. I think she looked great. Next up, we have Patty Pam Pam. And I just have to say, yes, I loved this so much. I loved it. Oh, don't be like that.
No, I won't. I thought the concept was cool, the color combination was fine, but I've already seen this before. It wasn't like something that, I think she is a unique queen. She's really funny and quirky, and I love all those aspects about it, but I was like, I've seen this concept before.
Okay. I think for me, it showed me that she's a seamstress, which is something I didn't know about her. And it's just an entrance look, so I was happy that she came in something that was completely one-off compared to some of the other girls who were very pedestrian in comparison. Finally, we have the social media star. She has 100,000 followers. She is Envy Peru.
Girl, if you ever wear a fucking bodysuit, this is how you fucking do it.
I loved it.
Oh, this corset is amazing. It looks flawless on her.
It was perfect. I can see why they saved it to last.
I think they also put her last on purpose because she's also from the Mermaid Mansion. So they put a girl from the Mermaid Mansion in the first and in the last.
Yeah, they need to get the storylines.
And I can't wait to the storyline. Oh, I'm wanting the drama.
Yeah, I think overall it was a really strong selection of entrance looks. Most of the girls straight away, I think we got an opinion of who they are. There was some shades that I, didn't think was needed just yet. Like, have a challenge first and then read each other.
So then Fred walks in. Fred! And he pronounced the prices.
I'm happy that he's not doing a RuPaul impersonation.
Well, there were 3 prizes. It's a crown from Fierce Drag Jewels. Second one is a cover shoot for a Dutch fashion magazine called Cosmopolitan. And the third one is a bit, I have no idea what I'm thinking about this. It's a dress worthy of 18,000 euros.
Yeah, 18,000.
18,000!
You could put a deposit for a house. Next, we have our first mini challenge. And this is the classic RuPaul's Drag Race Let's Embarrass All the Girls challenge.
It's the famous photo shoot.
I'm
so happy that they did this.
The girls come in, they do the embarrassing let's jump into the water. There's not a lot to report. Who was the standout for you?
Well, I laughed my ass off because of Roem, and all I could think was legs, legs, legs for days.
I think Abby had the right idea because she didn't go in like, oh, I'm amazing, yeah, I'm going to win. She just knew what she had to do and she executed an amazing photo. Whereas you have someone like Chelsea Boy, who I've really enjoyed so far, and she fucked herself up and then she just couldn't deliver.
She held on to that wig for life.
See, I preferred it when the wigs came off. I thought that was funny.
Find yourself a man that will hold to you on like Chelsea Boy hold on to that wig.
She was not letting it go.
No. And the fun part is, here is where you see the storyline between Envy and Abby coming further. Because you hear her say that, okay, you know, we are drag sisters, but I'm doing this for the win. And she started off with a little bit of shade. Like, girl, if I wore a bikini, I could do that too. And I was like, girl, you're wearing a bathing suit.
Envy seemed envious. You know, there was some playful shade. I feel like none of it really matters just yet. So they come back into the workroom. Abby is revealed. She wins the mini challenge. She has the great photo. And then Fred gives them the assignment, doesn't he?
I think RuPaul should do this every season in the first episode. So, because it gives us viewers a great heads up to look out for the queens and to know, to get to know them a little bit personal besides the fashion.
I think it becomes clear later that some queens did not quite get the assignment.
No, and we will cut the comedy queens from the Miss Pageant queens and the queens that are like maybe less brain cells.
Next day, the girls are back in the workroom and Madam Madness is talking about the assignment and how she hasn't really nailed quite what she wants to say yet. I think that really highlighted straight away. There were some girls who jumped in on her for that, whereas to me, it just read that she wanted to make sure that she followed the assignment and said the right thing. Whereas some of the girls who were coming for her, actually on the main stage, just kind of babbled on and gave a Miss Universe answer.
But is it cocky or professional?
I think Madness was professional in that she was...
But you say like, oh, I have so many things to choose.
Yeah, I think it was just that she was trying to nail down what she wanted to say, whereas some of the girls who were criticising her for that actually just gave really standard answers. So I just thought it was interesting that some of the girls piped up when they should have been worrying about themselves and not the other girls.
T.
We go back to Abby and Roem. They're getting ready next to each other. Girl, I'm already bored of this conversation. Like, you do different drag, get over it.
Yeah, but the story goes into the fact that she's only been out of the closet for 9 years and she has a relationship for 9 years. And I always think that it's so production value, how the producers are like saying like, now use your makeup and talk about Instagram and ask about your dead mom.
And those conversations I think are really important as a part of Drag Race. It's a show that reaches out well beyond the gay community now. So I think having those conversations is really good for visibility and for understanding of some queer issues. At the same time, I don't like they shoehorn it in.
The producer's like, ask Vivacious what her childhood was like growing up in Jamaica. And I'm all like, I don't have time, I'm trying to put my makeup on.
Right.
And they're like, no, you have to. And I'm like, Vivacious, what was your childhood like in Jamaica? And she's like, oh, mama, it was terrible. They tried to drown me in the ocean. I'm like, oh my God, that's so awful. You know, and I'm like...
It's just, it takes me out of the show a little bit.
True, but I do really loved her storyline, and I was like, okay, girl, you deserve to be here, and you can be whoever you want to be, and it breaks my heart when you know that there are still countries in our world where homosexuality is still not legalized.
It is, and I think as well, I don't think they'll really touch on it this season, but I think it's not just homosexuality, it's the whole LGBTQ spectrum, and you know, things aren't good right now. So I think it's really important that these conversations are on television, and I just wish the producers would see the value in them without trying to shoehorn genre in.
But it's still a reality television.
It is, you're right, maybe I'm being picky.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did you say? I was what?
Huh?
Huh? I was something. I was.
Oh,
Right.
you're right. Doom. Doom, doom, do. Cover girl. So yes, we come to the runway and Fred comes out. And first of all, I'm so happy that she's not just trying to be RuPaul.
No, I don't think that RuPaul would ever wear something like this. I think Fred looks amazing.
And she has these huge shoulder pieces, and then it's a little black mini skirt. And I think she looks phenomenal. I would wish for a pump instead of a boot. Maybe that's just me.
Fred is famous for being a stylist in Holland, and he thinks that every woman should have a little black dress in his or her closet.
I think it was a really strong first runway for Fred. I'm looking forward to seeing how the idea of this glamazon host will translate to a different host. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, next time I want to see more leg.
Yeah, I think that's why I wanted a pump, because you can tell she's got the legs and she should just work them out. The only note I have is Nikki and then a dash and then chocolate cake and a question mark. So if you can talk me through the judges and who they are, that would be great.
Let's start with chocolate. No, it's not chocolate cake, it's chocolate pudding.
Oh, okay, so the subtitle said chocolate cake.
Okay, well, that's an inside joke that only Dutch people will understand. It's way too long. But there are 3 judges, and I guess that Nikki Plesse will be a permanent host.
It seems that way. It seems like she's Michelle.
Yeah, exactly. She's a Dutch fashion designer. She's a host, an actress, and a model.
Clay Iverson, yeah.
Exactly. He's a fashion designer from Denmark, and he dresses our queen, our current queen. And the next jury lid is Sanne Wallis de Vries. She's a Dutch actress and comedian, and she's kind of infamous for imitating our previous queen, Beatrix.
So I thought this was weird. Fred introduced the runway theme, and then like RuPaul also introduced the runway. Did you think that was strange? Because I thought that was strange.
Yeah, yeah, but it was a lot better than Canada's Drag Race with the awkward.
Exactly. We come to the runway, and the theme this week is Who's Your Queen? This week, to take you through the runway, we have our special guest correspondent, local queen, star of season 10. Here for the runway rundown, we have Miss YUHUA Hamasaki.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for inviting me to be part of your show, and today I am going to talk about the premiere looks from RuPaul's Drag Race Holland. And oh, by the way, it's me, YUHUA Hamasaki, the CEO of Bootleg Opinions and the famous local queen from RuPaul's Drag Race. Now I have to say, these cast members really brought it. I mean, compared to the US version, Canada's version, and also UK's version, these girls are polished from head to toe. Let's get started, shall we? So we have Seta Jean, who gave the Marie Antoinette, and I thought this look was on point. I mean, are you for real? This reveal was to die for. It seemed like she was wearing furniture, and if this reveal was ever to be placed on RuPaul's Drag Race, girl, it made me gag. And I thought it was a cohesive look from head to toe. Next is Mama Queen. Although the judges did say that it was a cheap fabric, I have to kind of agree with them because it was spandex hologram fabric, and I wish that the headdress would have stayed on until she had left. Next is Abby. Oh my god. Now, this is not a bad look at all. I have to say it is a beautiful look. It is a put together look. It is a cohesive look. But compared to all the looks that the girls have brought, this fell a little bit behind. Again, this is not a bad look, but compared to the other girls, this was a little bit quiet. Next, this is an iconic Freddie Mercury look. I mean, with the bolero, with the gold, with the leotard, with the shoes. I know that Freddie Mercury wear pants with the red stripes, and I like how she over here puts in her own drag spin into it and make them into boots with the red stripes coming up. But I do have to say, I wish that the leotard fitted a little bit better. Next up is room service as the evil queen from Snow White. I agree with the judges. It's missing that queen flair. For me personally, it's not a bad look at all. It's still kind of giving me that robotic evil queen look, but I'm saying that it's missing a cape perhaps, or like a train in the back. It would have really elevated it to his Drag Race level. Next is Madame Madness. OMG, she served it in this look. And now, I've said this in Bootleg Opinions, is that we've seen so many girls do this look, whether it's drag kings, drag queens, cosplay players, that I absolutely love what she did with it. And she is the first bearded queen on Drag Race, and I have to say, she brought it. Next is Envy Peru. Now, is it the best I think Envy Peru can bring? No, it is a great, beautiful look that I have to say, but it's something that we've seen before. I do understand that she's paying tribute to Maxima the Queen when she first got inaugurated and she wore this dress, but I think she could have pushed herself a little bit more. Next is Chelsea Boy, and can we say this queen is absolutely gorgeous from head to toe. This is so weird, so mysterious, and I am loving it. And this is done so right with the makeup, the bodysuit, the silhouette, and this is not just a regular bodysuit. This is not just a regular black bodysuit. I mean, just look at the details of it going down. It's really giving her a beautiful body, and also referencing an alien queen. And those bones coming out in the back, I don't know what they're called, but I'm assuming they're bones, and the tail in the back, gorgeous. Next is Queen Bee, dressed as Janae Jackie. Girl, she brought it. She is totally giving you a bee. Not just the regular bee, but the Queen Bee. The silhouette, the drag, the makeup. This is what we called an eleganza, and what a great way to kick off the premiere with this beautiful look. Last, we have Megan giving you Diana Ross from The Wiz. I have to say, this is a little bit messy with the rainbow coat, and then she's got it's just a lot of things going on with the props, and then the hair, and then the pageant necklace that she didn't need. It did look like that this dress wasn't made for her, because it is a beautiful dress, but it just doesn't fit in all the places that it should fit, including the bust area was too low, the waist was too loose, and the bottom, she was tripping all over it. It was a miss for me. If she was going to do Diana Ross, lose the ruffle coat. I know she is a gay symbol of the gay community, but this just doesn't flow. And the picnic basket was all right, you know, because she showed up to the meeting with a picnic basket with a little dog, but yeah, it just fell a little bit short compared to the rest of the other girls. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for inviting me. I had a great time, and I'll see you on the internet. Bye! And follow me on all socials under YUHUA HAMASAKI.
And then we come to that one question. And no, it's not the question who should go home and why. I hope we will still get that later.
I'm sure we will.
But it's the question, what makes you so unique that you're gonna snatch this crown? Out for you.
I think there was a few that stood out for good and bad reasons. I think Seda Jin's answer was great. She completely got it. She made it campy. She didn't take it too seriously, but it completely got across her character. I think Roem stood out to me just because whether it was the girls in the workroom or her runway that she wasn't too happy with, whatever it was, she didn't really believe what she was saying. But that being said, I love her social media feeds. I think she's a great queen. I just think it was unfortunate that I just don't know if she was ready for this competition just yet. And I think as well, Patty nailed it again, not so much with her speech, but in the confessional. She was like, it's not Miss Universe. And that was literally what I was thinking.
I get it, and that's why I didn't like Envy's as much. I did connect it with Jamie on a personal level, because when I was like a young, small, gay town kid, I'd never believed in myself. So to finally see someone saying that, and not saying I can use my charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent, nay, just the two of them, and I can make you believe in yourself as well. I was like, okay, girl.
Yeah. I appreciate that. And I think maybe I'm watching it with a lens of, 15 seasons of American Drag Race and a UK version. So it's not as personal to me to watch a Dutch version. So that could be why I was maybe predisposed against that answer.
Maybe are you then so connected with Megan, because she shared a very personal story?
I'm so glad that she spoke about that. you know, I think it's one of those things where it's very clearly something that she does struggle with, in that it's very personal to her. But I think that is something that we haven't seen talked about before. So I'm just really glad that she had the opportunity to open up about that.
Not that I hope that the girls have problems, but I hope that they will open up about their problems to use their platform. I would never thought about it, like a drag queen that is deaf. That's heartbroken. But,
So thank you, Megan, for bringing that up for us. I think it was great and very brave. So I was going to ask, so we have the mini challenge, we've had the runway, and we've had the judges' critiques. Based on that, who was your pick for the winner this week?
based on that, the one that I laughed the most was Soeters.
Completely agree. I think Soeters was absolutely my pick for the win. Unfortunately, it wasn't the case. The win this week went to Janie Jacquet.
Also very deserved.
It was, and we've not touched on it, to be fair. The only thing that I didn't like about her this week was maybe a little bit shady, but the workroom, the judges don't know that. And then the only other thing was the wig choice.
Thank you. Oh my God, thank you.
Loved the dress, loved the colour. I feel like the obvious thing to do would have been a beehive. Just to pull it away from her, the weight, pull the weight up.
Updo.
But I think it was a well-deserved win, and I am literally eating my words from last week because she is definitely one to watch.
There are now 3 bottom queens, Megan, Roem, and Mama.
They're all bottom.
Okay, and then we're coming to the last part of the episode, the part what I always cannot wait for. It's the lip sync for your life.
For your life!
And it's between Megan and Roem.
I think this was a fantastic choice for a lip sync song. It's one of the gay classics. If you can't lip sync to this, what the fuck are you doing here?
I loved the first 6 seconds of Roem when she painted that gap between her teeth, and I was like, yay!
Yes, I love that. I think within the first few seconds, Megan threw that boa away, and it was clear to me that she was going to win. Just based on that, and she pissed all over the stage. She was incredible.
Face and energy, and Roem was dead. He gave me low energy, and he was on flats.
Roem was on flats. What I will say, given the shit the girls gave her about being a social media queen, I think she did a better job than I was expecting from her. She started out so strong with blacking out the little gap in her teeth.
That was so fun. That was so fun. And I was like, yay!
It was. And even through the lip sync, the things that she was doing, you could tell that she thought about it. She's clearly such a talented queen. So unfortunately, Roem does get sent home by Fred. As I said last week, I've known of her for years from Reddit. And I think it's great that the show is once again given a platform to queens who maybe do work from home and haven't got the same experiences as other girls. Because I think drag is so much more than being up on a stage.
And now during quarantine, you have to stay at home and you have to stay safe. You have to do it from your living room.
Well, that was episode 1 of Drag Race Holland. I think we're off to a really good start. I'm looking forward to next week. Interested to see the dynamics of the group going forward. We've had some drama already. Did you have any final thoughts on the episode before we wrap up?
Yes, I was right. The previous episode saying that Nikki Tutorials will be a guest judge next week. And I'm looking forward to what she's got to say. And I hope that she will give them good feedback on their faces. And yes, it was a good start.
Great start. Really good start. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that, bitch.
Cheers to episode 1 of Drag Race Holland.
Cheers.
Ding! If you enjoyed this week's episode, please be sure to subscribe using the button below. And as well, you can follow me and Jorim on Instagram. My Instagram is @Tayspru, TAYSPRU.
And my socials are @Jorim Soeters, JORIM SOETRS.
So please remember, like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. It really helps us. And we will see you all next week. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye, bitch.
Bye, bitch.